Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tech Tutorial Tuesday. Today I'll be covering the recipient fields in Outlook and the proper times to use each one. The first thing we'll take a look at are the actual recipient fields you have the ability to use in Outlook. If we come up here to the top left of my new email, you see we have the To field and the CC field displaying right now. So the To field can be used when you're trying to direct an email at someone or a group of people, or if you need a direct response from someone or a group. You would want to put them in the To field, that way they know that the email is directed at them. Right below it is the CC field or carbon copy field. This is mainly used to keep someone in the loop on an email chain, but not necessarily direct the email at that person or group of people. Another good use of the CC field is if you want to loop in your boss or supervisor. You can put them in the CC field just so they can see the email thread and everyone on it and all the action that's being taken, but they don't necessarily have that email being directed at them. The last field is not displaying right now. That's the BCC field or blind carbon copy field. It's generally used the same as the CC field, but instead, if you put someone in this field, they'll get the copy of the email, they won't see anybody else on the email chain, and they won't be able to respond to it. So a good use of the BCC field would be for a company newsletter or something where you don't need responses from everybody. You can take advantage of using that field. So right now it's currently not displaying. The way we can get it to display is we can either come into the To box here and click into it. It'll pull up our address list, and then we can add whoever we want down here into the BCC field. Or if you're going to take advantage of using it and you want it to display on your new emails, you can come up here into the options section and click BCC, and now it will display on your new emails or whenever you open up a new email. Now we can take a look at a couple real-time examples on how these recipient fields can be used and how they will display to the receivers of these emails. So here on my screen I have a test email sent from my personal Gmail account, and I sent it to my work email and Dima's work email. So you can see here that we are both recipients on this email thread. If I wanted to see how the sender broke out the recipients, I can click this little drop-down menu here, and it will show that this email was directed at me with Dima CC'd. Now I have a couple options here. I can reply, and I can reply just directly to the sender, or I can click reply all, and it will still bring up the same breakdown of the recipients that originally was on the sender's email, and it will be directed back to the sender and keep Dima CC'd on here. The second example we have is a blind copy. So this was a BCC sent to my work email from my personal email. And as you can see on here, there are no other recipients. And even though I had Dima on here originally, he won't show here as a recipient, and it will just be a copy of this email sent directly to my email address. The last thing we'll take a look at in today's episode is when to use the reply button and when to use the reply all button. In my first example here, I have an email saying that there will be an Intrada call scheduled for 3 p.m. today, and that I should please let the sender know if I can't make it. In this situation, I don't need to respond to everyone on the email thread that I can't make the meeting, so I would take advantage of using the reply button and just respond directly back to the sender. In the second example email here I have, it's an email saying that there's a report attached and that they would like everyone on the thread to respond with their feedback. Because the sender asked for everyone to respond to everyone on the thread, instead of using the reply button and responding directly back to the sender, I can use the reply all button and respond to the sender and everyone else on the thread. Thank you everyone for tuning into this episode of Tech Tutorial Tuesday, and we'll see you next week.